So where are we? Let's go check it out. Alright guys, so you're getting a real-time reaction. We have not been in the room yet. This is our first time stepping foot in here. So it looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's obviously a lot smaller than our last room in Mirage, but it's pretty nice. Can you guys tell where we are yet? I'll give you 2 seconds. Alright, sorry. Time's up. Welcome to the Bellagio. So, unfortunately, as much as we tried, okay, there we go. We could not get a mountain view. What we were offered was a view of the pool. So, yeah, I mean, their pools here are phenomenal. They are absolutely beautiful. We also have a view of the Cosmopolitan, which if you guys have been on my channel before, you know I've stated before a number of times, I love the Cosmopolitan. I love the Bellagio too. I've been here a bunch of times as well. Anyway, let's continue the room tour. So we are in a king room, newly renovated, and yeah, you can definitely tell it looks quite nice. Just looking around, like, this is beautiful. You've got a fridge. Okay, we don't have a fridge. We're just gonna go ahead and close that, and yeah. I just hope, I see some missing pieces here. I really hope that they don't think that we use those things, because I sure do not want to get charged. King size bed, which is pretty decent. Okay, we got a closet. It's not a walk-in like our last room, but it's not bad. Wow. So the bathroom's beautiful. I have noticed though, they did get rid of the tub. I mean, I'm not a tub guy personally, so I'm not really all that bothered by that. But the shower looks pretty nice. Looks pretty spacious, looks pretty big. I love the halo lights around the mirror. Yeah, I can definitely tell the rooms have been renovated since my last visit. Yeah, I've kind of got mixed feelings. It looks beautiful, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous room. It's a lot smaller than our last room though, I will say. It's a lot smaller, but it's nice. Really wonderful. That's strange. Unless there's another one in the closet. And there is. All right. Okay, well, anyway, we literally just got checked in. We checked in actually beforehand, and just to give you a quick update of what happened. So, all of our stuff was still in the Mirage. Cody and I went for breakfast at Flamingo, just a really quick breakfast, get some coffee and everything. And then we actually came here and checked in, I think around like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Our room wasn't ready yet. They said they would send us a text once it was ready. So we finished checking out at Mirage, and before we could even take 2 steps to Planet Hollywood, which is where we were gonna go for lunch, we already got a text that the room was ready. Like, it's literally, what, like 5 minutes past noon. The room was ready fast. As I said, beautiful room. It's a little on the smaller side just based on the room that we sort of came out of, but honestly, it's really not all that bad. We did actually do the $20 trick again. We were in a standard room that had not been renovated yet. This room clearly has been, and it is beautiful. It really is, it's beautiful. Yeah, as I said, my one complaint, a bit small, and just based on where we just came from, and the view of just the pool as opposed to the fountains. Anyway, I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts as we leave this room, and you're gonna be seeing some more of my experience videos as we are here and everything as well. Cody just pressed the button. I see the curtains are now closing as well, so that's kind of cool that we have automatic curtains and everything. But anyway, yes, we literally just got checked in. We got to get our luggage and everything. So yeah, we'll see you soon, I guess. I want to give you guys my final thoughts or some updates throughout, okay? So see you soon. Okay, a little bit of an update from the Bellagio. So weird things we noticed. Our minibar hadn't been fully stocked yet, which is not a big deal. We never use it anyway. We just wanted to make sure we weren't going to actually get charged for those items. I went to use the washroom, and the toilet roll was broken. Like, not even, there was no toilet roll holder, which, whatever, not a big deal. I just had to take a quick pee before we were gonna go out. I lifted the toilet seat, I guess, whatever it's called, the toilet seat cover, and the person who had used it before me had not flushed, and it was not a number one. So yeah, that was a bit of a shock to the system. Anyway, we just called down. They are gonna move us. I really hope it's better than that. But anyway, I guess stay tuned. We'll show you what that one's like. I'm sure it's probably the same room, just with no number twos in the toilet, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see you in that room.
Several days later.
All right, you guys, I am exhausted. As you can see, we've been busy today. Last night in Vegas, last day in Vegas, last full day in Vegas. We leave actually tomorrow morning, relatively early. I like an early flight to go home. I like to just get up and go. Even if that means coming to Vegas, I like to just wake up and just go and just get everything started. So anyway, yeah, I want to give you guys my final thoughts about the Bellagio. So I've got, a couple of the videos I want to, give you guys from this trip. Actually, I've got quite a few videos I want to give you from this trip. And I'm actually gonna do a couple other things, a couple comparisons, a couple other, just advice, basically. I like to consider myself fairly seasoned when it comes to Vegas. I've been coming here since about 2010. Since the end of 2010. And I usually come, I always say about, once or twice a year. Obviously, during the pandemic, I wasn't able to as much, but anyway, I'm back to being my acclimatized Vegas self. Anyway, the Bellagio. So this is probably my third, maybe fourth or so time staying at the Bellagio. I believe I've lost track, to be honest with you. They've definitely renovated the rooms. I can see that. I can see that the rooms do look a little bit different. Honestly, I didn't think that there was anything really wrong with them before, to be honest with you. So the renovations, yeah, they look good, but I didn't think the other rooms were all that bad. This was a comped room. So I will say this was a comped room. We didn't pay for it. I think we looked it up, and I think this room should be about $500 or so a night, which, anyway, I won't get into that. This is my first time staying at the Bellagio without a fountain view, and that really makes a difference. It really, really makes a difference, because I think we've only seen the fountains maybe once or twice, just because we happen to be walking by. Normally, you're in the room, the fountains are going off. Oh, let's go, sit and watch it. And part of the charm is that you can tune into the TV station, and you can actually hear the music that's going on. So while you're in your room, you can hear the music that's playing at the fountains while you're watching the fountains in your room, which is great. I love that. But unfortunately, when you're not at the fountains, yes, you can still tune into that station so you can hear the music, but no fountains. So it does take it away from the experience a little bit. And also just not being able to see the strip in general. Again, this is the first, where we stayed at the last place as well, we had a pool view because we did get an upgrade. The room itself was phenomenal. But our view was just, once again, was at the pool and a little bit of the strip. So again, I feel like that does take you out of Vegas a bit. When I come to Vegas, I want to be part of it. I just want to be part of it all the time. I want to see what's going on. I want to see that volcano. I want to see the fountains. I want to see people walking up on the strip. I just want to see it all the time while I'm here. But anyway, so the room itself, considering if I'd come here and never stayed here before, I would have said, yeah, it's nice, it's classy, it's not the biggest, but it's okay. I did sleep pretty well here for the most part, but then again, this is the tail end of my stay in Vegas, so that probably helps as well. I've been here this is gonna be my 6th night tonight, so we did 3 nights in another hotel, 3 nights here. I think that helps because I've sort of got myself a little more acclimatized, a little bit more in my element, a little more relaxed, and I think that has helped me feel a little bit more at home at the Bellagio. But I don't know, I do have some complaints. So when we first did this booking, actually, we had originally planned it, so we booked at I guess some would consider a lesser hotel, and just for lack of, just to be completely transparent, we booked at Mirage first. I had 3 nights comped there. Cody had 3 nights comped at Bellagio, so we thought, okay, let's do Mirage first, because, when you're comparing the two, I think anybody would say, well, yeah, Bellagio is the better hotel. And as I said, I do want to do some kind of comparison video down the road for that, so just, we'll get into that later. But yeah, I thought that for sure the room we had here was going to trump Mirage's room tenfold. I thought it wouldn't even be a question. So for sure, we got to stay at the Bellagio second compared to Mirage. Again, I will release another video. I don't know. The room we had previously to this, I think I liked it better. And even the experience we had at Mirage versus here, completely different. We checked in, we did the sandwich trick. We had just a standard king room when we first checked in. We kept trying to get a strip view to see the fountains, but unfortunately Bellagio is at 99% capacity. So it's busy. And I mean, it's busy. We did get an upgrade. We do have a sort of a remodeled room, and as I said, it looks nice. A few little complaints though. Like I said, when we first checked in, we were in another room. I went to use the washroom, and someone had left something behind in the toilet, and it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, I actually yelled, and it takes a lot for me to actually get shocked and go, oh my god. And I actually yelled and had to leave the room, and I said, call the front desk, because I can't. Like, that traumatized me. It traumatized me. I'm still thinking about it. So we switched to a different room, and this is the room we ended up in. But anyway, we did the upgrade. We did the $20 trick, and that's, if you've never heard of it, is when you get your ID, your credit card. When they ask you for your ID and credit card, put a 20 in between and say, are there any complimentary upgrades? So we did get this room, which is a bit of an upgrade, and I'm thankful for that. We mentioned we were here for my birthday. The hotel we were staying at previously actually wrote me a card, asked me, what birthday I was celebrating, wrote me a card with my birthday, year in it. Some gave me some, candies from, really spoiled me, really made me feel special. Here, nothing. And I'm not saying they had to do something, but when the sort of lesser hotel did something, you sort of expected something, but nothing. Anyway, that's fine though. Going back to the room though, like I said, the view, it's a nice view. We have a view of the pool. The pool is beautiful. It's very scenic. You have all these warm white lights all over the place, and then the actual pool itself has these nice cold, cool white lights. So you have that nice kind of like balance, I guess, between the two, and it was nice. But like I said, the only times I've ever stayed at Bellagio, I've always had a strip view with the fountains. So, I was a bit disappointed, especially because the last time I was here a few months ago, I stayed at the Cosmopolitan and I had a fountain view. So like, I could watch the fountains whenever I wanted, but I couldn't hear them. So it really does make a difference to be able to hear the music. You got to hear the music, or else, like, yeah, it looks beautiful, but it's nice to have that, like, to know what's going on, right? Anyway, this bathroom, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't like it. The look of it's nice. It looks nice. They've gotten rid of their tubs, and I'm not a tub guy. I don't like baths, especially if it's not my own home. You think of all the other people who've just been sitting there dirty and naked, and how well is staff really cleaning it? If I just checked into a room prior that had something left in the toilet, how well is staff cleaning the toilets? So yeah, I'm not a bathtub guy. I'm not, and I didn't miss it personally, but I didn't really like the shower. It honestly reminded me of a gym locker room. It just was so big. You walk in, and then you got like the whole perimeter of the bathroom pretty much. You never really get comfortable in there. You're kind of cold because like it's just this huge open area that there's no door that even closes to kind of trap some of the steam and heat in there. So you're not really getting warm. And then the water itself, to try and find that balance, because the faucet is way over there, the shower head's over here. You kind of think you got a good temperature. You say, okay, I'm gonna get back in the water, and then it just slowly starts getting hotter. Or then you turn it down, and then it just slowly starts. And I had a hard time with that shower. I hated that shower. I showered probably a million times in Mirage those 3 nights that we were there. Here, I'm just like, I'll shower just because I have to, but I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy that shower at all. I did not enjoy that shower at all. On the topic of the bathroom at Bellagio, I did actually forget to mention the water here has such a strange odor. It's almost like an eggy, like sulfury kind of smell. It's coming from the bathroom, and I thought it was something else, but it's actually the water from the taps. I noticed it after we used the taps. I can smell it right away. And even by the pool, I noticed it a little bit. So yeah, I don't know if there's some problems with the pipes or things. I don't remember it smelling like this before, but yeah, a little stinky. The Casino Bellagio, It's nice. They have made some changes. The one thing I used to always have to do, I had a to-do list whenever I went to Vegas, and one of them was I always had to get a Bellini and Bellagio. They had these nice blended Bellinis that were blended very, like the ice was so fine that it just like, but they stopped making those. So we did have one waitress try and make us something similar with some like pureed peach and stuff, and no good. I didn't like it. It just instantly gave me heartburn. I was like, no, I can't. I tried. In terms of dining options, we didn't really eat here. We ate by the pool one day, just because everything here is super high end. So I mean, anywhere you eat here is expensive. We did have, I think, a $50 dining credit, which we used at the pool, and it went very quickly. But yeah, we didn't really eat here. I'll be honest with you. This has never been one. I always kind of have places in Vegas where I'm like, I want to go back and I want to eat here, I want to eat there, and want to check out this place. There's not a whole lot of places in the Bellagio that I tend to eat at, except for it used to be the buffet. And honestly, after going to the Bacchanal buffet and even the Aria buffet, which I thought was supposed to actually open while we were here, and I was really hoping would, but it didn't. That was a pretty good buffet as well. But I don't know, the Bellagio buffet, they used to be one of the best. They used to be one of the best buffets, and I just feel like they kind of just, I don't know. It did get better though. Like the last time we were here a few months ago, it did seem a little bit better. And as far as I heard, they are serving dinner now. Before, when we were here, it was just like lunch and breakfast basically. I think they are serving dinner now at least. So if you are here, you should be able to get dinner. But it's expensive. For what it is, it's expensive. And honestly, my appetite, especially when I'm here and it's so hot, you're drinking all day, I usually just want little bites as we go, and that's what kind of we've been doing. You know, we walk up and down the strip, we'll split a slice of pizza, not because we're cheap, just because we're not that hungry, but we're like, we should probably eat something. So anyway, speaking of the casino and the drinks, like the service is definitely slow. Like, you know, we would order a drink and wait for 15 plus minutes, and you know, the more you're waiting, you're kind of like you probably already lost your money that you've been gambling with. And you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally a drink comes. And you know, I like to tip. I think you got to tip. But one of the obviously incentives to tip is that they're gonna hopefully keep coming back to you. But by the time I got my drink, I'm usually like, okay, I'm done. I want to go. Like honestly, the best service I think we had was on Fremont Street in the Golden Nugget. I think when we'd order doubles, and she said, I can't bring you doubles, but I'll bring you another one. So literally like went right back and brought us another one. So anyway, won't get into that. That'll be a separate video for you guys about Fremont Street. The pool, again, the pool is really nice here. You do need to line up. You need to get down there early. The pool opens at 9. Get down early because there is a lineup. We got down there about 8:45 and thinking we'll have enough time. Cody wanted to get down there at 8:30, but I was like, no, we have time. We got down there about 1:45 and there was a lineup. We did get a spot, no problem. But the problem is we had the sun behind us, and our own fault. I'm not blaming the Bellagio for this. It was our own fault, and the sun was just beating on the back of my head. We didn't pick the best spot, truthfully. So, yeah, our own doing. But the pool is nice. A lot of kids, though. There were a lot of kids, and you know, when you've come here, again, we've got it comped. We've got the room comped. There's people who I know who have paid big bucks to be here, and you think when you pay that kind of money to come to Vegas to stay at one of the best hotels on the strip, and you're just trying to relax by the pool, and you're just hearing kids screaming and yelling and, you know, watch me jump, and I don't know. It wasn't the most relaxing experiences, to say the least. The location of Bellagio, though, you're in a great location. You're right in the middle of the strip. It's pretty much, people I think kind of consider Bellagio to sort of be center strip. This is like sort of like the landmark of this is center strip, because you know, to your left, you know, when you're facing the strip, to the left, you've got sort of, I think, Flamingo, I forget the street names. You got Las Vegas Boulevard, obviously, in front of you. You've got Flamingo, sort of to your left. On the left of you, you've got Caesar's Palace, sort of kitty corner. You've got Flamingo. In front of you, you've got Bally's. This way, you've got Planet Hollywood. Over here, you got, you know, Cosmopolitan. You really are sort of what I guess everybody would kind of consider central. Even though it's expensive to eat in the Bellagio, you've got some cheap eat options around as well. You've got Planet Hollywood right across the street where you can go and grab all kinds of cheap eats. The thing is, though, it is a walk. Like, we walk from your hotel, you got to walk. We're pretty far down the hallway. We have to walk. It's a walk to get to the elevators. From the elevators, you got to fight through the casino, which honestly, we're here on a weekend. It is so busy. It is so busy. Anyway, we're fighting through there to get through the casino, and then you got to fight through the traffic to get across Las Vegas Boulevard to get to Planet Hollywood. It's a lot. It's very busy. It's a very busy place, but I mean, it's iconic. You've got the gardens here. The gardens here are beautiful. There's right now, we're here in August. You got your sort of your summer theme, which I know we'll be switching to the fall ones soon, which are usually the ones I actually see when I'm here. So it's kind of interesting to see the summer ones for change. It's been a while that I've seen the summer gardens, because when we were here last time was the spring ones. I think they had literally just changed from the New Year, the Chinese New Year, to the spring. So those were nice to see. In general, though, I would say Bellagio is really relying on the name and the hype of it's the Bellagio and not much else. I do like the Bellagio. I do think it's iconic. When even we told somebody on the plane when we were coming here that we were staying at the Mirage for 3 nights and then staying at the Bellagio for 3 nights, her reaction was, ooh, fancy. And that is sort of the general consensus. When you think of the Bellagio, you think, class, opulence, fancy. It gives off that kind of vibe. Whereas, I don't know, I just don't feel like it really delivers that much anymore of that whole kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it just doesn't seem, it doesn't, I think it's relying too much on the name and the status of Bellagio as opposed to the service that delivers. Like right now, for example, it's 5:30. We have been out all day. We left the hotel at like 9 o'clock this morning. We've been out all day and we're in the room. They still haven't cleaned it yet. We just got back here like 20 minutes ago and they still haven't cleaned the room. Like, I get it's a big hotel, but like it's 5:30. It's 5:30. Like, come on. All in all, we've had a good time here because we've made a good time here. We've kept so busy. We've been very busy, and I have documented a lot of our sort of travels throughout. I said before that there is a bit of a challenge sometimes to find that balance of being present and being in the moment versus trying to capture everything on camera. And for the first couple days, I really did capture everything I could, and then I got to a point where I was like, I need to be present. I need to be back into this trip a little bit more and enjoy myself rather than feeling this pressure, because unfortunately, here I am, like, I want to share on my social media, my personal social media, of things I'm doing, and then I'm also trying to keep up with stuff that's going on back in Toronto, back home, with work, and it's hard. So I do try to do as much as I can, but sometimes it becomes too much, and you do sort of shut off a little bit, try to shut down a bit, and you don't capture as much as you maybe would like to, and that has happened a little bit over the last couple of days, but we will be back. We are planning to hopefully come back maybe towards the end of the year. I've never been here later than October, so we're interested to see what it's like, in November, December, around Christmas time, just to see kind of what it's like. I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, but just to see firsthand what it's like. Anyway, that's a thought. Final thoughts though about Bellagio. In summary, I guess in general, I do think you are paying for the hype. You're paying for the bragging rights of going home and saying, I stayed at Bellagio. In terms of substance, I don't feel like there's as much unless you have a strip view with the fountains. The fact that you can sit there with your chair and have a glass of Prosecco or whatever and watch the fountains go whenever you want, whenever they're going on, obviously. That's the novelty. When you have a view like we have of the pool, of, some condos, of the mountains, it's still a nice view, but it's not worth the price of admission, I would say. Even though we paid nothing except for the resort fees that we're gonna obviously be due on checkout, it's not really worth the price of admission, I would say. So if you are planning on doing the Bellagio, I would say try your best, and we honestly did try our best, but try your best to get a fountain view. You're gonna spend a bit more, it's gonna be harder to get, but do your best to get a fountain view because it's definitely worth it. It really is the reason to get the stay at the Bellagio. Otherwise, to be honest with you, with this room, I've had better rooms. I've had better rooms at, you know, to me, the Palazzo, for example. If you want that kind of same classy, sophisticated atmosphere, I find the Palazzo to be a lot less busy, a lot less crazy. The rooms are easily twice the size. You know, the standard rooms, the rooms are all big rooms, they're all suites. So the, you know, standard room is twice the size. You can still get a nice view down the strip. You're not going to see the fountains, obviously, but if that's the kind of sort of class and sophistication and opulence you're looking for, I would say do, you know, Palazzo Venetian. If you're gonna get it, like I said, the only reason I would stay here again is if it was comped, or if I was getting a fountain view, then I would do it, because as I say, I like the Bellagio, but I do feel like at this point in the game, you know, it's been here for 25 or so plus years. I think maybe for more than 26, 27, somewhere up there. So I'm not saying it's showing its age, but I just feel that there's potentially better out there if we took away the fountains. That's my opinion. But, you know, no shade at all meant to the Bellagio. I still do love the Bellagio. I think it is iconic. I still think it's a great hotel. I still think it has a lot to offer. I just think that there's other options out there if you're looking for that, you know, sophistication and class in Las Vegas and on the Strip. That's all. Anyway, these are my thoughts. I'm just being completely honest, and maybe I'm being extra critical because I am tired. You know, we're on our second last day. I wanted to get these final thoughts in today because we are leaving tomorrow relatively early. As I said, when I fly, I like to just fly, wake up, get up, and go. I don't like to sort of linger around like some people might. I did the red eye home once, and I hated the whole day. I was just stressed out. So, to me, get up, go, and just carry on with your day. So. Yeah, we've got a couple things we've got to take care of for tonight, and then finish packing our stuff up, I guess, get ready to basically head home tomorrow, head home to the dogs, and back to reality, unfortunately. So anyway, there's going to be a lot more, and I mean a lot more Vegas content coming your way. We recorded quite a lot while we were here. If you haven't seen my other reviews, make sure you check those out. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like this video as well if you did enjoy this video. But I mean, if you disagree with me, then comment below. If you agree with me, comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Bellagio. Like I said, like I have stayed here before a few times. I've had better stays, I've had better rooms, I've had better views, so I'm not slagging the Bellagio off. I'm just saying for this particular stay, it wasn't my favorite Bellagio stay. Let's put it that way. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, this has been Daniel Spotlight, and we'll see you in the next one. And unfortunately, we'll see you very soon in Toronto or somewhere back in Canada. So yeah, see you there. Bye.